Hey there, how's it going? What is up, everybody? Irish Orangutan is back to pass along what you need to know to get better at Madden and grow your MUT team. Enjoy the show. Today, we have one last ride with Michael Vick. I am going to be going over the top four quarterbacks in the game, and today we have Michael Vick in a solo battle. As you can see, we have him all the way powered up with a little play fake. He has a strong enough arm, so we don't really have to worry about it all that much. With the go deep, I've kind of went away from that. Had Mahomes, and now I have McNabb, and they are way powered up as well. But we'll try to return that kick, but we'll just get started out in the middle. Do have a pretty solid team, up to 98 overall. It is nice to see Vick run out one last time. Again, he has that 99 throw power. This might not be the last time I play with Vick, but it'll be the last time in a long time, because I do have three other quarterbacks that I do have ready to roll, and I am going to pass a little bit more than I usually would throughout this game, and I'm going to start off with some easy ones to get going. Have been playing with a right-handed quarterback, but like I said, have been playing some head-to-head with Vick, so should be able to work with that left hand a little bit. But as you saw on the first play, and again, I'm going to work on kind of what he can do, not necessarily what my offense can do. We should be able to score consistently over and over again, but just want to show you how Vick throws, how quickly he can get the ball out, and some of those other things that we can kind of focus on while we're here in the solo battle. When I go through the head-to-head seasons and weekend league, I will be going through that in more of a voiceover. One of the main So I will be able to focus on those as well and just have some cutaways. But as you can see there, one of Vick's main things is he can absolutely take off at any time and get you that first down or get quite a few yards. So he is someone that's very dangerous at doing that. All the quarterbacks that will be going over, Lamar Jackson, Vick, Donovan McNabb, and Mahomes, all have tremendous wheels. Some are a little bit better than others. Just work it down the flats, get going real quick with Peyton. Just love being able to toss the ball out to him. Actually have West Coast, I do believe, on him. Hopefully that's what showed up a little bit earlier. But with this, he is absolutely tremendous at passing. The one knock on him compared to the other quarterbacks is he is a little bit shorter. So when you're in the red zone and everything gets a little more compact, it is kind of difficult to go out and throw into the end zone and throw some of those high points to those 6'5" wide receivers when it's coming from that 6-foot quarterback. So as other quarterbacks continue to get better, he might not be the standout that he once was. So if you like your left-handed quarterback, it's definitely a time to go out and run with him. You can get the feet drug, that's beautiful. Happy he's coming and showing out in this game. Most of my wide receivers can run away from a few of these players, so he is showing out a little bit. But this is going to be a little bit more of like a scrimmage type game, talking through some of what he can actually do on the field and some of the things that I've found to do with him. Obviously running is one of the main things. Running some of those options are tremendous. We are going to try one of those high points and see if we can get that down. Calvin is tremendous at that, but like I said, sometimes he pushes that. That's not that very deep. Not very deep of a route, and he still was not able to get that in that little pocket that we did have there. But as I said, running is one of his main strengths, so sometimes you don't want to run everyone into the middle of the field. In this formation, the best thing to do, obviously, is to just run the ball up the middle, and you should be able to get it. But we are going to try something else real quick if we can get the ball off. That's my bad. I definitely should have tossed that out, but I was going to try to wheel and deal with him, but Jarrell Casey does not let anyone come through his path. So we will try one more over the top and see if we can get another high point with him. Hopefully they run that just on the back of the line. That'd be perfect. So we're looking at X and A, and depending on how the defense breaks, we should have that perfectly. So he still can get that done, and he definitely has the best wheels in the game. The main knock on him is his left hand, but we'll get back to the offense here in a little bit. On defense to end the quarter, we actually got a little bit of a tip pass. Tipped pass, excuse me. So we got the ball back, and we'll be able to roll and see what else we can do with Vick. Every time that I do have a play action, I do call it off and try to run something else. That is just beautiful watching him throw into space. This is honestly the best passing game that I've had, so it's I'm happy that this is happening now. I think warming up last night with him a little bit kind of got me in the groove, but if you have him in a clean pocket and you don't actually have him running outside the pocket, you can actually do a little bit better, but we'll be going into that a little bit later. So thankfully the offense is being agreeable, and we're able to get a user lurk real fast, and we are back on offense. This is a play I like to run and was in a script I used to run. Now I've been going a little bit off script and just trying up some different things. But with this, you just have to make sure people block, and you want to scramble a little bit. He's gonna sit on his last step of his drop, so you want to be paying attention at that point and moving a little bit in the pocket. Vick's perfect at that, and you just want to make him be moving left because he is tremendous at throwing on the run. So we're gonna try to get him out of the pocket, working a little bit further downfield with some crossing routes. I definitely would advise getting some either elite route runner or deep route runner. Chem is hugely helpful. A was wide open, but I wanted to throw it a little bit further down the field. Got him into coverage. He caught it again. That was my bad. Waited half a second late. I should have just tossed it to A. He was far more wide open. Hunter Henry is a poor man's Gronk, to be honest. I was not able to get all those accomplished. I know we're not talking about tight ends, but I want to talk about him whenever I can because he's been great for me all year. We're going to try as it runs a little bit closer routes, see if Hunter Henry can get open down the field again. That wasn't quite as open, but X was wide open. I love it when you can get your players just running in the open fields. A lot of times when you get them into that coverage, which Vick sometimes doesn't throw that ball perfectly and sometimes throws a little bit further behind. With this card, honestly, it's been the best he's played all year. Four verts is tremendous, but I do like throwing a different type of route behind that. Love having Vernon Davis. He plays just about as well as that Kittle and better on my team. Especially in solos, Vick is absolutely elite. He is the quarterback that most people have played with all year, since he has kind of stood out beyond some other players. So a lot of people are comfortable with him. So if you're able to play with a left-handed quarterback, he's definitely a lot of fun, as you can see. Oh, we took away that route. Every once in a while you get a formation where you think A is RB, and then you just got to throw the ball away. So sometimes that happens as well, but with Vick, you only need one play to get those 10 yards. So if you don't get yourself in a bad situation, he can almost always get it done. You can definitely see how those other quarterbacks do in those situations, but obviously we're able to get the ball down the field, and our defense is holding them down a little bit. Definitely not going to be going for that field goal, and I don't think we need to be calling a timeout because I think we can get this accomplished just as quickly as we have the ball. That was a little tight, and I definitely would not advise that, but he definitely has that strong arm and that quick release. If you see something a little bit late and that safety not get over quite as quick and you think he's slow of foot, you can definitely test people out like that as well, because he has those quick feet, but he can also, we will call timeout here because I talk a little bit too long. But he has those quick feet and also has that strong arm and quick release. So again, if you can deal with that left hand, he is a very, very elite quarterback and one of the best in the game. He's just have to worry about if he fits your style. If you have tall wide receivers that he can toss the ball up to, it usually works out pretty well. It was nice to see him be able to get that high point in kind of a tight window there. A little bit of a shorter corner, so that helps with that 6'5" guy. So we haven't called a direct run play, we just ran with Vick. I almost tried to do it there, but we will get that changed up. Looks like they're trying to do something with a cover 2, so we will check that out and see if we can get something in the middle. Otherwise, we can test it off in that corner. Looks like down the field in the middle is going to be our best option. Oh, should have not had him jump. He probably could have got that otherwise. It's my bad decision with the wide receiver. A little bit further led down the field would have been better with that. Something, if your offense is based on throwing the ball all the way down the field, which mine is a lot of the time because I like to run the ball, sometimes a little bit more frequently. So, yeah, you just need to focus on that and potentially use a go deep on him instead of using a play fake. I'm trying to do a little bit more of a West Coast, kind of middle of the field sort of thing. That's kind of in the middle of a West Coast, or excuse me, go deep and a mid route. So just really depends on which routes you like to throw. It really is nice that you're able to focus that much, but if you don't know, balanced offense isn't the worst, and especially when you're getting started, it's not a bad option. Really like this play. It's set up horribly, and Von Miller had a tremendous edge. But with that PA crossers, everybody's running since the beginning of the year, but especially when you run it from this side to the other, if they don't set the edge on my supposed 99 left tackle that well, you can usually get around the corner, and then you are able to run for a lot of yards. As you saw, that side of the field opened up tremendously. That was just bad sticks on my part, to be honest. And again, I like rolling to the right, so that was a little bit of my bad to get him going in that direction. But just want to make sure that you square his shoulders up, even if you are going that way. You saw at the last second, I just kind of flipped him back the other way. That helps out tremendously. And of course, we are not going to go for that field goal. We will try something else out. We have not done pistol yet. Wide receiver screen is way too iffy in this situation, and he cannot run that route. We run corner. I think we're getting cover 3, so we'll load him up in that direction and see what we can do. Just make the, oh, and got a bad animation. I don't know exactly what happened. If I waited a little bit longer, probably would have been a good chance, but it's my bad. With Vick, you need to make sure your offense is set up to go left. Don't know what happened. It looked like he tripped over the line, to be honest. I don't think Cam Chancellor even touched him. So this will be potentially the last drive that we have with Vick. It is a little bit disheartening. He wasn't the quarterback that I had all year, but he has definitely been there at least a quarter of the time, helping me with those solo battles. So let's see if we can get a touchdown with him on that last drive. We have done a little bit. I apologize, I just got the text about the code breaker, or not text, but tweet about the code breakers. So that kind of took me out of the steam of what I was just saying, to be perfectly honest. But with Vick, he's a very solid quarterback. Of the 4 we're going to be looking at, he is the most sporadic, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. Mahomes has a little bit of issues with his traits, but we'll be going over specifically those things in another video, and I will be talking specifically about some of Vick's ups and downs and what he can do in head-to-head. But as you can see in solos, he is a perfect person to be able to help you grind those. If we get him going over a little bit further, he can go out to left perfectly. So if you want to strengthen up the right side of your line to be able to run a little bit better and have some quicker guys on the left that can pass block, that's kind of what I would do, and just kind of run the reverse. To be honest, I knew I was going to get hit if I ran, so I threw the ball and hope for the best with Calvin, and it almost was. Don't want to run the same play over and over again, so we'll see what else we can get lined up here real quick. But yeah, very excited to be able to bring you these videos about these quarterbacks. I will try to show out a little bit better and head-to-head and win all of the games and not just a couple of them when we play again. Again, make sure you get him stepping up into a clean pocket. That was completely my fault. Need to work him up, and if you're able to, kind of like a Drew Brees situation, if you can just let him work back there and look over the top, he'll be able to get done exactly what you need to. Obviously, I like running those crossers, trying to run the opposite direction. Calvin was wide open. I'm such an idiot. So as long as you're making good choices, Vick will be tremendous for you. You're one of those players that likes to run around with him a lot. Eventually, he's going to make one of those mistakes, but there's just such an upside that you just want to take that chance, and I definitely would. He's definitely the most exciting. You just need consistent and have that tremendous defense that runs behind. Might not be your quarterback, but he might also be able to make that play to win you that Super Bowl. I wish you all the best, and I'm happy we were able to score a few touchdowns with him and let him ride off into the sunset. Take care, everybody. Thank you for checking into the Irish Orangutan channel. Keep coming back for more Madden knowledge. There will be consistent videos up every week, so make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button to see them all. Come by Twitch to engage and hit me up on Twitter at Irish Orangutan. Take care and much love, everybody.